Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Hatter, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update as to where I've been for the past couple of months. I think the last update I gave was December 7th of 2025. So it's been 7 months, and I'm going to be completely honest, I'm really tired. I'm still working on the regeneration video, but unfortunately that video has taken a lot longer than I wanted it to. There's a lot of errors I'm running into. I keep re-recording. I've been through different versions, different alliterations from each doctor. So like I'm I went from wanting to do the 13th Doctor to the 14th Doctor regeneration because I still think that's probably the best looking regeneration sequence I've seen on Doctor Who. Like, it's just stunning. I love it. The problem with that is that that was a whole team of experts working on it with After Effects in particular and all that. Um, and I'm working with Blender. And as much as I love Blender and I think it's a fantastic software that I've been using ever since 2018, 2019, it has its limitations, and I'm trying. Um, I've been through different ways of doing it. I've tried geometry nodes, I've tried particle simulators, I've tried fire and smoke simulations, I've tried downloading Houdini and trying it that way. I've tried different particle simulators. I've tried doing the 2D route where I just make the entire regeneration sequence with fractal noises, and it's just not working. I'm not saying I'm giving up completely, but I have put it on the back burner just because, unfortunately, as you guys probably have been aware, Doctor Who was put on a hiatus for a couple years because season two didn't end very well, and Shruti got what left the show, and the showrunners no more. So it's kind of just like up in the air right now. So we're kind of just like we don't know where Doctor Who's going, and honestly, that kind of stinted my excitement for this effect a little bit. I'm still doing it. I still love the idea of doing a regeneration sequence. I think I'm probably the only person I know that everything about Doctor Who that I could really like love is I just love the visuals of regeneration so much, and I've watched different behind the scenes. Like I said, I did the Power of the Doctor regeneration sequence. I watched that so much I know each hand movement by heart. I've done the War Doctor's regeneration from the 50th anniversary. Um, I've tried replicating that. I have tried doing the David Tennant regeneration scene into Matt Smith. I've done every regeneration I could possibly find. I've even went down the Smith road where I watched the every few times that they had Melody regenerate from a different body. I've even done that. And it's just really, really difficult, but I'm still working on it the best way I can. It's just taking a lot of effort, so no, I haven't forgotten about it, but it's also like it's really hard, but I still want to do it. On a separate note, however, over the past year, ever since I had my accident that I mentioned in my video, I've actually gotten really, really into Japanese horror movies, specifically the Ju-On series and The Ring. More so the Grudge franchise, because if I'm being honest, I watched the Ring movies and I wasn't completely different subject on my separate channel for that. But I wanted to do a like short horror film for The Grudge, so I recorded scenes for that. Problem with that is I don't have enough time to do any makeup or animating or whatever for that, so I also had to put that on the back burner. There's just my main problem right now is I keep getting really good ideas, but I'm getting too many ideas to the point that my brain doesn't know which one to do first. Over the past couple of years, I've had way too many ideas that I wanted to do in a very, very short amount of time. I've had the Doctor Who regeneration sequence. I've had Bigger on the Inside TARDIS. I've had Ghost Rider. I've had Spider Man, but not just web shoot like I have on the channel that I posted like 6 years ago, but like a full fledged like being on top of a building, jumping off, swinging from there, stuff like that. I've had Wolverine, which I literally got into Blender in 3D because of the Wolverine claws effect, and I still haven't done that one. But then I have like, more niche projects that I want to try. Like I want to try some DC stuff. I want to try like, the Flash running, but not from the show. It's like the one where he's like running in the movie and he goes to the Chrono Bowl. I want to do Superman stuff. I sometimes want to do Green Lantern stuff. My brain just doesn't like compute all this at the same time. And then I have other effects from shows that aren't as popular. Like I've tried doing Teen Wolf, I've tried doing everything else. and it's just a lot to process. It's a lot to do, but I'm working on it. I also, again, have a full-time job, which does not help. So I'm working 8 hours almost every single day, sometimes 6 days a week. And when I get home, I really don't want to work on stuff. I just want to watch a couple of things and then go to sleep. But then I have to go to work the next morning. It's a huge hassle. But I am still working on stuff. It's just not going to be for a while that you're going to see anything. But I wanted to like update everyone. I also have a separate channel for everything else I like doing because I like things. I like watching movies. I like watching shows. I like reacting to things. I like watching funny videos or horror videos or whatever. I watch things all the time. So I have that channel for other stuff, but I will describe that stuff on my separate channel. This one's just going on the VFX channel. But either way, I'll try to keep posted as much as possible. I think the last effect that I actually did do that I put some effort into was the Human Torch, and that was last year, like almost a year ago to I think it was August of last year, because it was either August or it was like yeah, it was August because I had my accident at the end of August and the beginning of September. So it was like right before I had my accident, which doesn't help as well because like my joints don't work like they used to. But I don't really count my other two because unfortunately the reverse splash one I did was just fixing a scene I didn't like in the show. And then I just did like a really quick glow test on my tattoo that I've had for like 7 years. Um, but yeah, I am struggling, but I'm trying. It's just a lot to learn, and I'm still learning because unfortunately I have a small room, I have limited supplies, I don't have anyone to help with recording or acting or whatever. Like everything that I do is completely me. I do all the behind the scenes, I do all of the compositing, I do the making of the scenes. Um, I know that there's a lot of this like weird stigma around the 3D community where like you don't absolutely have to put everything together yourself. Like you can do like other people's assets as long as you can do like credit and stuff like that. And even they do that in the big industry. My problem is that even if I was to do that, there's just too much money and I'm like broke. So I try to make everything from scratch. And yeah, it would be a little easier if I had people, but that's not the point. Either way, still working on it. I might change my version again. I've had way too many versions that I've recorded so far. Each one, it went from being one shot to a whole little short to back to one shot. It's just taken a long time, but hopefully I can get it done at some point. It just may not be for a couple of months. I might work on some other stuff while I'm at it. The Doctor Who regeneration effect is probably one of the biggest ones I've ever done, which is surprising. But I promise when I officially put it out at some point, it's going to be worth it. But yep, I've rambled for like 9 minutes now, so I figured I would just get this out there and be like, I'm still here. I haven't abandoned the channel, but I have been kind of putting VFX on the back burner for a while because it's just out of everything I'm going through right now in my life, it's just sometimes I gotta step back and just take a breather, relax, go outside, walk around, hang with the family, stuff like that. But either way, yep, that was the update. Hope you guys are all doing well, and I will try to keep you guys more updated as projects come out. I promise I'm okay. I promise I promise that videos are going to come out at some point, and that it will be enjoyable to watch. Just got to give it some time. And yeah, that's all. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.